YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome back to my channel. I have a fun video today. We're gonna try out a new kind of product from a brand that I love, and I'm so excited to try it out because it has crazy hype. I recently ran out of my Glossier clear lip gloss, and it is like my favorite lip gloss ever. So I was kind of poking around on the Glossier website, and there was a product on there that I've seen people raving about, and I've been wanting to try for a while, so I decided to pick it up. I also recently ran out of my Charlotte Tilbury brow gel, and I've been using that one for a little while now, so I thought I would switch back to the Glossier brow gel since I was ordering from them anyways. So my little package came in. I'm super stoked. I actually needed a new one of these little pink bags too because I use this in my kit for my disposables, and the one that I have in there, this little guy broke off. So I'm happy to get this little bag as well. So I picked up my clear lip gloss that I love. I picked up actually a couple of different colors of brow gel. I got the Boy Brow in brown, which is the color that I've used from them before, but I also wanted to try blonde. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking maybe like blonde in the front and brown in the back, but I don't know how the blonde color is gonna be. If it doesn't work for me, I'll just move it over to my kit. But yeah, I wanted to try out that color, so I have two of those. And then the very exciting product that we're all here to see today is the Brow Flick. So this is a type of product that I've never used before, and they're becoming more and more popular. More and more brands are coming out with these. And what this is it is a eyeliner pen. So like a liquid liner for your eye, but for your eyebrow. So this one I also got in brown. So that's what that looks like. Really nice fine tip on there. I'm so excited to try this out. I'm also really impressed with my camera for focusing on that. I did not think it was going to be able to. So it looks like it's a brush tip as opposed to a felt tip, which means you gotta be really careful putting the cap back on so that you don't catch it and cause it to fray. Just a note on the packaging as well, the cap clicks into place, which I really like. Lots of these type of pens, like for example the Charlotte Tilbury one, it doesn't click in like that. The lid just goes on, it doesn't click, and then the lids like fall off all the time, especially if you're the type of person who carries your makeup around with you. So I really like that about it too. The cap I feel like will stay in place. So I normally do my brows quite late, like usually as one of the last steps in my makeup routine, but because I'm new to this technique, I was nervous that I was gonna have to like wipe them all off in case I do a really bad job. So I'm gonna do my brows first here before I do the rest of my makeup. I'm sure there's gonna be a learning curve with this. I'm gonna take my time, and I'm just going to draw in little hair-like strokes. What I wanna do first actually is just brush this out. So really good to brush out your brows before you fill them in. That way they're in the shape that you want them, and then you can just fill in any gaps that need to be filled in. That's gonna help you avoid over filling in your brows. Just a little tip. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for it, guys. Let's start at, oh, I feel awkward. Okay, let's start at the, should I start on this side? Feels weird. All right, let's start at the front of the brow and just draw some little upward strokes. And then as we come towards the tail of the brow, I'm gonna do more horizontal. Really nice for defining the tail here. If anybody watches Kathleen Lights or follows her on Instagram, this is like a product that she's obsessed with, that she raves about all the time, and she made me like die to try. And her brows always look amazing. Okay, so what do we think? I've got it in here. It looks really good, right? It looks super natural. Look at that. That's amazing. Let me come in a little closer. Here is the Brow Flick, and then without. It looks so good, doesn't it? Wow. It's definitely, in terms of the color, like that cool tone Glossier brown, which I like my brows to be a little bit warmer. That's why I went with the blonde brow gel, just to see if maybe it was a little warmer. But yeah, I think that looks awesome. Okay, let me do the other side. And definitely not as much of a learning curve as I was expecting. Like I got that on in 2 seconds. That was way quicker than using my pencil that I use most days. Oh my God. I'm obsessed. How good does that look? Okay guys, so let me go ahead and just finish doing the rest of my makeup, and then we'll try out these brow gels at the end together, and I can give you my final thoughts once all of my makeup is on, because right now those look pretty intense, but I think once I get the rest of my makeup on, it'll be good. And I like intense brows anyways, so I'm super excited about this. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, so the rest of my makeup is on. I did a full face of cream products, trying out some new goodies. So if you're curious about that video, it'll be coming up next. So make sure you're subscribed so you're notified when I upload it. But we need to finish off my brows. So I have to say, after sitting with them for a little while, I'm not obsessed with the color. It's very dark and very cool toned, which I just wish it was a little bit warmer. I'm gonna give this blonde brow gel a try. I'm hoping it's gonna warm them up a little bit, and the combo of like the blonde brow gel with the brown brow flick will be a dream come true, but let's find out. I also wanted to say it's like very on there. Like, I went over top of this area right here with foundation, and like it's still there. I kind of like accidentally went over it, so yeah, it seems like it's quite long wearing as well. Okay, let me try this blonde brow gel. So what I find about the boy brow compared to the Charlotte Tilbury brow gel, because I pretty much just go back and forth between the two, is that boy brow leaves a lot more product on your brows. So they're like a little bit chunkier, but that gives more of that like fluffy, thick look. The Charlotte Tilbury one has a super tiny little wand on it, so it's more natural and it really combs through each hair individually. So I would say these ones are a little bit more volumizing and the other one is a little bit more defining, and I like them both. I go through phases. Okay, so I feel like what that did was kind of give my hairs almost like little highlights, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think that worked out pretty well using the blonde brow gel. I'm gonna have to experiment with that a little bit more, but here are my final Glossier brows using the Glossier Brow Flick and Glossier Boy Brow. What do you guys think? I'm really impressed with this. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder to use right off the bat, and I wasn't expecting to get such good results right away. Like, I definitely thought I was gonna have to experiment with it and play around with it a bunch before I got a finished result that I really loved, but that took me 2 seconds, and I think that they look amazing, so pretty stoked. All right guys, so that's gonna be the end of this video. If you're thinking about trying out the Glossier Brow Flick, I highly recommend. So far, so good. I'm really, really loving the results that I got from it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. That's gonna help more people to see it too. You can subscribe to my channel if you wanna see more, like how I got this makeup look right here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.